Good morning, everyone. I'm back with another tutorial for the E2. Today I want to show you how we can take those scrap pieces of papers or those mess up pieces of papers and still use them to make our cutouts, and how you can maneuver your image on your mat to get it where you want it exactly. So the other day I was trying to do a cutout and I just kept messing it up. And it was the first day I had my machine and I really wasn't sure how it worked. So it was a trial and error thing. So I have this awkward shape. Now granted, that would make a great background, but I'm probably not going to use it. So I just thought today this would be a really good example of the fact that I need to have my image in a very specific spot in order to cut it out. Now my goal today is to cut out one of these, and I would like to use this paper, and I would like to use the paper very wisely and not, frugally. I want to use it frugally. I don't want to just have it all in, it'd be easy to just do this. But my goal today is to have it like right here, so that I still have this space on the paper to use. So that's what I'm going to teach you how to do today. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to automatically go ahead and insert my mat. So we take our stylus and we press load paper. Okay, now on the E2, if you've had one for any length of time, that the paper is actually cut on the opposite side of the regular expression. On the regular expression, it was always cut on this side of the mat, and with the expression 2, it's cut here. But you do have full ability to have it cut basically wherever you want to cut it. So I hope you guys can see this. It's hard to see it right here, but I'm hoping you guys can see it. So so the first thing we're going to do is pick our image. I have my Cricut Art Philosophy cartridge in, and I have pressed the creative key that I need to find my image. And there it is. And there it is. Okay. We're going to press home to go back to the screen, and there's my image on the screen. Now let me make sure my size is right. Since I've cut one of them out, it actually has the size already in there that I'm going to use. So let's go in. Yep, 3.5. That's what I would like. And my I do not have the real dial size clicked. I have the other one, and that's what I would like. Okay, so now we can go back to the main screen. Okay, now what I want to do is, if I leave it here, it's going to start cutting right in the corner of my mat, but I don't have any paper in the corner of my mat. So I actually need to move it over to about the 9, which would be 3 inches in, and about 1.5 inches down. So the way I do that is I go over to my tools, click on my tools, and I'm going to arrow over, I think just once, okay? And here I come to some icons, and they all have to do with our mat, okay? So I'm going to press this third icon right here, and that is your starting point icon. That's really key. Now remember, when you're using this mat, when you're using this machine, you have to start at 1 over here, and because this is your starting point. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Actually, I could probably start at 2. 1, 2. That's going to be my starting point. So I see here on my screen that to go to the right, I need to press this top one. So I'm going to go to 2 inches here. Whoops, one more. Okay, and then I come back down and I look and I go 1, 2, about 2, 1, 2. Actually, that would be perfect right there. So I can go down 2. Okay, so now I have 2 and 2 selected on my screen. It's going to move over 2 inches to the right, and it's going to go down 2 inches. So let's press our home key. Okay, now it should move on my mat. There you go. It shows me right there where it's going to start cutting, because there is a like a little cross here or a T that is showing me the starting point of my cut. This is really important. I hope you can see it. So now let's go ahead and cut and see if I got it right. So we're going to press the home key again. We're going to press the cut key. I've made sure that all my settings are exactly how I want them. It is on a medium paper and my blade. And we are going to cut. cut. Oops, it didn't press. Cut. Cut. Okay, let's see what happens. And looky there, it's going exactly where I wanted it to go. And now I don't have to worry about wasting this paper. It's going to be exactly what I want it to be, where I want it to be, and I'll have extra room on this paper to cut something else. So I'm just so excited. And I'll tell you, I cut this little butterfly out yesterday. I actually got to use the craft room with the E2, which was so cool. And on my layout, I'm going to have these little squares and my little butterfly just kind of sitting in the middle like that. I mean, it'll look a lot better on the paper, obviously. But that's what I'm doing. Okay, so it's almost done. I just love the Cricut Art Philosophy cartridge. It's a beautiful thing. I'm so glad they came out with it. Had to have a party to get it, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright. Now it's cutting beautifully. I hope this really helps a lot of you, because I know that it can be really confusing when you're used to just being able to use your dial and it doing it manually for you, and you know, now you're on digital and it's different. Okay, it's done cutting. So now I'm going to go back to my screen, and I'm just going to press my unload button. Watch my arrow change. See? Oh, sorry. Blur. Blur. Undo blur. Wow, that got really blurry. There we go. Watch my arrow change. See? Okay. Now I'm going to show you. Voila! Now see, I have all that room on this scrap piece of paper that I can still use, and I have the cut that I want. So there you have it. It was pretty easy. I hope you get it. I would love to hear how it worked for you, if it worked, and if you love it, and if there's anything else you want to know. Thanks, guys. Have an awesome day. God bless.